The next word is landing. Landing means the act of arriving or touching down, especially on the ground after being in the air. The airplane made a smooth landing at the airport. This means the airplane arrived safely on the ground at the airport. After a long flight, they were happy to see the landing strip. This means after the long flight, they were glad to see the place where the plane would land. The pilot prepared for the landing in heavy rain. This means the pilot got ready for the airplane to touch down while it was raining heavily. The next word is landlady. Landlady means a woman who owns or rents out a building or property, typically to tenants. The landlady welcomed us into our new apartment. This means the woman who owns the apartment greeted us when we moved in. She is a kind landlady who helps her tenants when needed. This means she is a woman who rents out apartments and is very helpful to the people living there. The landlady collected the rent every month. This means the woman who owns the house asked for payment from the tenants every month. The next word is landlord. Landlord means a man who owns or rents out a property to tenants. The landlord fixed the plumbing in the building. This means the man who owns the building repaired the pipes in the building. Our landlord is very friendly and quick to respond to issues. This means the man who owns the property is helpful and easy to talk to. The landlord asked for the rent on the first of every month. This means the man who owns the property requested payment from tenants on the first day of each month. The next word is lane. Lane means a narrow road or path, often in a rural area, or a part of a road marked for a specific type of traffic. The car turned into the narrow lane next to the house. This means the car moved onto a small road beside the house. She walked down the lane to the park. This means she walked along a narrow path that led to the park. There are 3 lanes on this busy highway. This means the road has 3 separate sections for cars to drive in. The next word is lap. Lap means the flat area on the top of your legs when sitting, or the action of one person or thing passing another in a race. She held the baby on her lap while sitting on the chair. This means she placed the baby on her legs while sitting. The runner was far ahead, but I was able to lap him. This means I passed the runner and went ahead of him in the race. He placed the book on his lap while reading. This means he put the book on his legs while sitting and reading. The next word is largely. Largely means mostly or mainly. The event was largely a success despite some small problems. This means the event was mainly successful even though there were a few issues. The company's success is largely due to its innovative products. This means most of the company's success comes from its creative products. The city is largely known for its historic buildings. This means the city is mainly recognized for its old buildings. The next word is laser. Laser means a device that produces a strong, focused beam of light or energy, often used in technology, medicine, or communication. The doctor used a laser to treat the patient's eye condition. This means the doctor used a focused light beam to help the patient's eyes. Lasers are used in cutting and engraving materials. This means lasers are used for precisely cutting and carving objects. The laser pointer made it easy to highlight important points during the presentation. This means the small laser light helped draw attention to specific parts of the presentation. The next phrase is last but not least. Last but not least means the final item or person mentioned is just as important as the others. Last but not least, we have to thank our volunteers for all their hard work. This means even though the volunteers are mentioned last, their contribution is just as important as the others. Last but not least, I want to wish everyone a successful year ahead. This means the last thing I want to say is just as important as everything else. Last but not least, don't forget to show appreciation to your team. This means the final point I want to make is as important as the others. The next word is lastly. Lastly means finally, or in the last position. Lastly, I want to discuss the budget for next year. This means the final topic I want to talk about is the budget. He listed all the problems, and lastly, he mentioned the solution. This means he first talked about the problems and in the end discussed the solution. Lastly, we need to make sure the report is completed on time. This means the last thing we need to do is ensure the report is finished on schedule. The next phrase is last minute. Last minute means something done at the last possible moment, often just before a deadline. He submitted the project at the last minute. This means he finished the project just before the deadline. She made last-minute changes to her presentation. This means she changed her presentation right before it was due. They booked their tickets at the last minute and almost missed the flight. This means they bought the tickets just before the flight, almost too late. The next word is latter. Latter means the second of two things, or people mentioned, or referring to the last part of something. Between the two proposals, I prefer the latter. This means I prefer the second proposal. The latter part of the movie was much more exciting. This means the last part of the movie was more thrilling. She was faced with two options, and in the latter case, she chose to stay home. This means in the second option, she decided to stay at home. The next word is laughter. Laughter means the sound or action of laughing, usually because something is funny or amusing. The room was filled with laughter after the comedian told a joke. This means everyone was laughing after the comedian made a funny comment. His laughter was so loud that it could be heard from across the street. This means his sound of laughing was so strong that people far away could hear it. Laughter is a natural response to something funny. This means laughing happens automatically when something is amusing. The next word is launch. Launch means to start something new, such as a project, product, or event, or to send something into the air. The company will launch a new product next month. This means the company will introduce a new product to the market next month. They launched the rocket successfully into space. This means they sent the rocket into space. The event will launch tomorrow, and we're excited to see the results. This means the event will begin tomorrow, and people are looking forward to it. The next word is laundry. Laundry means the clothes or other items that need washing, or the process of washing them. She put the dirty laundry in the washing machine. This means she placed the clothes that needed cleaning in the machine. I need to do laundry this weekend. This means I need to wash my clothes this weekend. The laundry was piling up, so I spent the whole afternoon washing it. This means there was a lot of dirty clothing, so I spent the afternoon cleaning it. The next phrase is lay eggs. Lay eggs means to produce eggs, typically used when talking about animals like birds, reptiles, or insects. The hen lays eggs every morning. This means the chicken produces eggs every morning. Some reptiles lay their eggs in sandy areas. This means certain reptiles produce eggs and bury them in sand. The birds in the nest have just begun to lay eggs. This means the birds have started producing eggs in their nest. The next word is layer. Layer means a level or sheet of something, or something placed over or under another thing. The cake has 3 layers of chocolate and cream. This means the cake is made up of 3 parts with chocolate and cream in between. She wore several layers of clothing because it was very cold. This means she wore multiple pieces of clothing, one on top of the other. The artist added another layer of paint to the canvas. This means the artist put a new coat of paint on top of the previous one. The next word is laziness. Laziness means the quality of being unwilling to work or do anything. His laziness caused him to miss the deadline. This means he didn't do the work on time because he didn't want to make an effort. Laziness is often seen as a negative trait in the workplace. This means people usually view being lazy in a job as something bad. She felt guilty about her laziness in not cleaning the house. This means she felt bad for not putting in the effort to clean. The next phrase is lead a busy life. Lead a busy life means to live a life with many activities or responsibilities, leaving little free time. She leads a busy life with work, school, and family commitments. This means she has a lot of things to do, such as work, school, and spending time with her family. He leads a busy life, traveling for business most of the time. This means he is always traveling because of his work. They lead a busy life, juggling different projects at once. This means they are always occupied with several tasks at the same time. The next phrase is lead a normal life. Lead a normal life means to live a life that is typical or ordinary, without significant changes or challenges. After the treatment, he was able to lead a normal life again. This means, after recovering, he could return to his usual way of living. She enjoys leading a normal life with her friends and family. This means she likes living in a regular, peaceful way with those she cares about. The doctor assured him that he could lead a normal life after surgery. This means the doctor promised he would return to his usual routine after recovering from surgery. The next phrase is lead a quiet life. Lead a quiet life means to live a life with little excitement or activity, often peaceful and calm. After retirement, they decided to lead a quiet life in the countryside. This means after stopping work, they chose to live peacefully away from the city. She prefers to lead a quiet life, enjoying her hobbies and nature. This means she enjoys living calmly, spending time with her interests, and enjoying peaceful surroundings. They lead a quiet life with no loud parties or stress. This means they live in a calm, relaxed way without much noise or pressure. The next phrase is lead into. Led into means to guide or introduce someone or something to a situation or topic. The introduction will lead into the main discussion of the meeting. This means the beginning part will smoothly transition into the main topic. Her story will lead into the main points of her presentation. This means her story will serve as an introduction to the key ideas she wants to discuss. The teacher's question led into a deep conversation about science. This means the teacher's question caused or introduced a more detailed conversation. The next phrase is lead to. Lead to means to cause something to happen or to result in a particular outcome. The heavy rain led to flooding in the streets. This means the rain caused the streets to flood. His hard work led to a promotion at the company. This means his efforts resulted in him getting a higher position. The argument led to a breakdown in their relationship. This means the argument caused their relationship to fall apart. The next phrase is lead towards. Lead towards means to guide someone or something in the direction of a particular goal or place. The path leads towards the lake, offering a beautiful view. This means the path goes in the direction of the lake. His actions led towards a positive change in the community. This means his actions guided the situation in a way that created improvement. The discussion is leading towards a solution. This means the conversation is moving in the direction of finding a solution. The next phrase is lead to something. Lead to something means to result in a specific event or situation. The investigation led to the discovery of new evidence. This means the investigation resulted in finding new evidence. The decision to move abroad led to new opportunities for her career. This means her choice to live in another country resulted in career opportunities. Their actions led to the collapse of the old system. This means their actions caused the old system to fail. The next word is leading. Leading means being the best or most important in a particular area or situation. She is the leading expert in the field of medicine. This means she is the top expert in the area of medicine. He is a leading figure in the world of technology. This means he is an important and influential person in the technology industry. The company is a leading provider of online education. This means the company is one of the best or most recognized in offering online learning. The next word is leaflet. Leaflet means a small printed piece of paper, usually containing information or advertising. The shop handed out leaflets promoting their new sale. This means the store gave out small papers to advertise their sale. He picked up a leaflet about local sightseeing spots. This means he grabbed a small brochure that provides information about places to visit. They distributed leaflets to inform people about the upcoming event. This means they handed out small papers to tell people about an event. The next word is leak. Leak means to allow liquid, gas, or information to escape from a container or place. The roof is leaking water after the heavy rain. This means water is coming through the roof due to the rain. The company tried to prevent the leak of confidential information. This means the company worked to stop secret information from being revealed. There's a leak in the pipe, and it needs to be fixed. This means water or another substance is escaping from the pipe, and it should be repaired. The next phrase is lean, something, against something. Lean, something against something, means to rest something at an angle, typically with its weight supported by another object. He leaned the bicycle against the wall. This means he placed the bicycle so that it rests on the wall. She leaned her bag against the door while she waited. This means she put her bag against the door in a resting position. They leaned the ladder against the tree to climb it. This means they placed the ladder at an angle against the tree to use it. The next phrase is lean, something on something. Lean something on something means to rest something against another object for support. He leaned his suitcase on the table while he unpacked. This means he placed his suitcase against the table to keep it in place. She leaned her elbow on the desk while reading the book. This means she rested her elbow on the desk for support while reading. They leaned their bikes on the fence to rest. This means they placed their bikes against the fence to keep them from falling. The next phrase is lean something back. Lean some back means to move something so that it rests at an angle, away from a straight position. He leaned back in his chair to relax. This means he moved his chair so that he was leaning backwards, making himself comfortable. She leaned the chair back to get more comfortable while watching TV. This means she adjusted the chair to a reclined position for comfort. He leaned the seat back during the flight to sleep. This means he tilted the seat backwards to rest during the flight. The next phrase is lean something forward. Lean something forward means to move something so that it is at an angle towards the front. She leaned forward in her seat to listen better. This means she moved her body forward to hear more clearly. He leaned the desk forward to get a better view of the presentation. This means he adjusted the desk so it was tilted towards him to see the presentation clearly. They leaned forward to see the stage more clearly. This means they moved their bodies towards the stage to get a better view. The next phrase is lean something out. Lean something out means to extend something outside or over an edge, often at an angle. She leaned out of the window to catch a glimpse of the parade. This means she moved her body outside the window to see the parade. He leaned the car door out of the way to avoid blocking the sidewalk. This means he moved the car door so it was not in the way of people walking on the sidewalk. The cat leaned out of the tree to catch the bird. This means the cat stretched its body out of the tree in an attempt to reach the bird. The next phrase is learn your lesson. Learn your lesson means to understand the consequences of your actions and avoid making the same mistake again. He learned his lesson after failing the exam twice. This means he understood the importance of studying and won't make the same mistake again. She learned her lesson about being late for work. This means she realized the importance of arriving on time and won't be late again. They learned their lesson about not trusting unreliable sources. This means they understood the consequences of trusting wrong sources and will be more careful in the future. The next word is learner. Learner means someone who is studying or trying to gain knowledge. He is a fast learner when it comes to learning languages. This means he picks up new languages quickly. The learner had to complete an online test as part of the course. This means the student needed to finish an online test to finish the course. She is a beginner learner of the guitar and practices every day. This means she is new to playing the guitar and works hard to improve. The next word is learning. Learning means the process of gaining knowledge or skills through study or experience. He is focused on learning new programming languages. This means he is dedicated to studying new programming languages. Learning a new instrument takes time and patience. This means gaining skills on a new instrument requires a lot of effort and practice. She believes in the importance of lifelong learning. This means she values continuing to gain knowledge throughout her life. The next phrase is leave out somebody or something. Leave out somebody or something means to not include someone or something or to omit it. She left out her friend from the invitation list by mistake. This means she accidentally did not include her friend in the list. The report left out some important details. This means the report did not include certain important information. He left out his favorite part of the story while telling it. This means he did not mention the part he liked the most. The next phrase is leave somebody alone. Leave somebody alone means to stop bothering or disturbing someone. Please leave me alone. I need some time to think. This means he wants to be left in peace without anyone interrupting him. She asked her brother to leave her alone while she was studying. This means she wanted her brother to stop bothering her while she was focused on her work. He told the children to leave the dog alone as it was sleeping. This means he asked the children not to disturb the dog while it was resting. The next word is lecturer. Lecturer means a person who teaches at a university or college. The lecturer explained the complex theory clearly. This means the person teaching the class made the difficult idea easy to understand. She is a lecturer in the Department of History. This means she teaches history at the university. The lecturer asked the students to submit their essays by next week. This means the teacher requested the students to hand in their essays by the given deadline. The next word is leek. Leek is a type of vegetable similar to a large green onion with a mild flavor. She added leek to the soup to enhance its taste. This means she included the vegetable in the soup to improve its flavor. Leeks are commonly used in stews and salads. This means leeks are often added to dishes like stews and salads. He grows leeks in his garden during the spring. This means he cultivates leeks in his garden when the weather is warmer. The next word is legal. Legal means something that is permitted by law or is related to the law. It is legal to drive a car when you have a driver's license. This means driving a car is allowed by the law if you have the proper license. The company has a legal obligation to protect customer data. This means the company is required by law to keep customer information safe. They consulted a legal expert to understand their rights. This means they asked a lawyer for advice about what the law allows them to do. The next word is legally. Legally means in a way that is allowed by law. She is legally allowed to work in the country after getting a work permit. This means she has permission under the law to work there. The contract is legally binding once both parties sign it. This means the contract is enforceable by law once it is signed. The product is legally certified for sale in the market. This means the product has passed the required legal checks and is approved for sale. The next word is legend. Legend means a traditional story or myth, often about a famous person or event or someone who is very famous. He is a legend in the world of basketball for his amazing skills. This means he is extremely well known and admired for his talent in basketball. The legend of King Arthur has been passed down for generations. This means the story of King Arthur is a traditional tale that has been told for many years. Many consider him a legend due to his achievements in science. This means his contributions to science have made him a very famous and respected figure. The next word is leopard. A leopard is a large, wild cat known for its spotted coat and agility. The leopard chased its prey through the forest. This means the leopard ran after its food through the woods. Leopards are known for being excellent hunters. This means leopards are skilled at catching and killing other animals for food. The leopard's spots help it blend into the environment. This means the leopard's pattern helps it hide from prey or predators. The next phrase is let out somebody or something. Let out somebody or something means to allow someone or something to go out or escape. She let out her dog into the backyard. This means she allowed her dog to go outside into the yard. The teacher let the students out of class early. This means the teacher allowed the students to leave the classroom ahead of time. He let out the balloons into the sky. This means he released the balloons so they could float away. The next phrase is let somebody or something out. Let somebody or something out means to allow someone or something to leave or escape from a space. I let the cat out when I opened the door. This means I allowed the cat to go outside when I opened the door. She let the bird out of its cage. This means she opened the cage and allowed the bird to fly away. The coach let the players out for their break. This means the coach allowed the players to leave and take a rest. The next phrase is let somebody down or let down somebody. Let somebody down means to disappoint or fail to meet someone's expectations. He let me down when he didn't show up to the meeting. This means he disappointed me by not attending the meeting. She was worried that she would let down her parents. This means she was afraid that she would disappoint her parents. They felt let down by the company's poor service. This means they were disappointed because the company did not provide good service. The next phrase is let somebody off or let off somebody. Let somebody off means to not punish or blame someone for something, or to release them from responsibility. The teacher let him off with just a warning for being late. This means the teacher decided not to punish him severely for arriving late. They let the passenger off at the next stop. This means they allowed the passenger to get off the bus or train at the next station. She was let off from work early because of the storm. This means she was allowed to leave work early due to bad weather. The next word is liar. A liar is a person who tells falsehoods or untruths. He is a liar, and I don't believe anything he says. This means he often tells lies, so I don't trust his words. She called him a liar after he made false accusations. This means she accused him of lying after he made an untrue statement. The politician was labeled a liar by the media after the scandal. This means the media called the politician dishonest after the controversy. The next word is liberty. Liberty means the state of being free from control or restrictions, especially in relation to freedom and rights. Everyone deserves the liberty to express their opinions freely. This means every person should have the freedom to speak their mind without fear of punishment. The country fought for liberty from colonial rule. This means the country struggled to gain freedom from being controlled by another nation. Liberty is a core value in many democratic societies. This means freedom is an important principle in countries where people have the right to vote and make decisions. The next word is lick. Lick means to pass the tongue over something. The dog licked my face when I got home. This means the dog touched my face with its tongue to show affection. She licked the ice cream quickly before it melted. This means she used her tongue to eat the ice cream before it turned into liquid. He licked the envelope to seal it. This means he used his tongue to moisten the glue and close the envelope. The next word is lid. A lid is a cover for the top of a container. She put the lid back on the jar after using it. This means she closed the jar with its cover. Be careful, the lid on the pot is very hot. This means the cover of the pot is hot and might burn you. He opened the box and removed the lid. This means he took the top part off the box. The next word is lifestyle. Lifestyle means the way a person lives, including habits and choices. She changed her lifestyle to become healthier. This means she made new choices, like eating well and exercising to improve her health. Their lifestyle is very different from ours. This means the way they live is not the same as how we live. He enjoys a simple lifestyle in the countryside. This means he lives a quiet and basic life outside the city. The next word is lifetime. Lifetime means the period of a person's life, or the duration of something's existence. He worked as a teacher for his entire lifetime. This means he spent all his working years being a teacher. This chance comes once in a lifetime. This means it's a very rare opportunity that may not happen again. She collected memories over her lifetime. This means she gathered experiences during all the years of her life. The next word is lighting. Lighting means the arrangement or use of light in a place. The lighting in this room is too dark to read. This means there is not enough light in the room to see words clearly. We installed new lighting in the kitchen. This means we added new lights to brighten up the kitchen. Good lighting is important for photography. This means having enough or the right kind of light helps take better pictures. The next phrase is like mad. Like mad means in a very fast or intense way. She was running like mad to catch the bus. This means she was running very fast to avoid missing the bus. He studied like mad for the exam. This means he studied very hard with a lot of energy. They were laughing like mad at the joke. This means they were laughing a lot and couldn't stop. The next phrase is line up. Line up means to form or arrange in a row. The students lined up outside the classroom. This means the students stood in a straight line waiting to enter. People lined up to buy tickets for the concert. This means people stood in a row to wait for their turn to buy tickets. She lined up the books neatly on the shelf. This means she placed the books in a row in an orderly way. The next word is literally. Literally means in a true and exact way without exaggeration. He literally jumped out of his seat when he heard the news. This means he actually stood up quickly because he was shocked. The book was so boring, I literally fell asleep reading it. This means I truly fell asleep while reading the book. She was literally shaking with fear. This means her body was really trembling because she was so scared. The next word is literary. Literary means related to literature, books, or writing. He is a famous literary critic. This means he reviews and studies books professionally. The festival celebrates literary works from around the world. This means the event honors writing and books from many places. She has a literary style of writing. This means her writing uses rich language and is similar to books or literature. The next word is litter. Litter means trash or waste left in public places. There was litter all over the park after the event. This means people left trash on the ground in the park. Please don't litter in the streets. This means you should not throw garbage on the road. He picked up the litter and threw it in the bin. This means he cleaned up the trash and put it in the garbage can. The next phrase is little by little. Little by little means gradually, over time. She improved her English little by little. This means her English got better slowly, not all at once. Little by little, the pain started to go away. This means the pain slowly disappeared. We saved money little by little for our trip. This means we collected money slowly over a period of time. The next phrase is live for something. Live for something means to consider something very important or exciting in life. He lives for music and plays the guitar every day. This means music is his passion and the most important part of his life. She lives for her children. This means her children are the reason for her happiness and purpose. They live for adventure and love to travel. This means they enjoy excitement, and travel is very important to them.